Hey everyone, it is Namastasha here. I just wanted to make a quick video about exercise and healing. I know for a lot of people, or at least for me, I was really active before I got interstitial cystitis. So when I first got sick, it was really hard for me to work out anymore. And being in the faculty of kinesiology at my university right now, they really talk about using exercise as a prevention and management of chronic disease. But with interstitial cystitis, it can be a lot more difficult, and especially like dealing with any pelvic floor issues and inflammation down there in the abdomen, because you use your core a lot and different exercises, and that can maybe cause a flare up of symptoms sometimes. So exercise in itself is really, really good for the body. I learned that in kinesiology, and I learned about anatomy and physiology and all the different hormones, good hormones like serotonin and adrenaline and ephedrine and norepinephrine, or epinephrine, not ephedrine, sorry, that are released when you do exercise. So it's a really great antidepressant. But for someone who, especially in the beginning stages of healing with IC, exercise might not be, at least rigorous exercise, might not be a great option, because what can happen is, when you're working your body really hard, there's something called the lactate threshold, or the lactic acid threshold. So as you're exercising, you're building more and more lactic acid in the body, and that's the kind of the point for even healthy people, when they like sprint really hard and then they feel like they're gonna puke or something like that, because it's having that buildup of the acids in the body. And when you have IC, your body's already having trouble getting rid of acids in the body. Like, as most people can tell with IC, they kind of feel like they're burning inside, or have a buildup of toxins, buildup of acids. So exercising in the beginning stages, especially rigorous exercise, isn't really a great idea. So for me, I was still playing volleyball at the time, and I ended up quitting the team, and that wasn't specifically because of IC. There's other reasons for it. I felt like I needed to focus on other things in my life. But what did I end up doing, because I was always such an active person, is I ended up taking up yoga. And I was already in the process of actually becoming a yoga teacher. So I found that yoga was incredibly beneficial for me, especially doing hot yoga, because my body was able to like sweat out any of the excess toxins and get kind of a detox from it and get help with it, rather than going to the gym and doing a bunch of weights or running or something like that. It really wasn't for me anymore, at least at that time in the beginning. So I think in the beginning stages, like depending on where you are with your IC, I did a lot of hot yin to begin with. So yin classes are really like prolonged stretches. So you'll hold a stretch for 2 minutes or 3 minutes. A lot of the time you're on your back, or in a seated position. You're not really doing a lot of flow type classes. So I did that a lot to start, because the flow classes were a little bit too much for me. And then I started to progress into more like, the Ashtanga type, and then I could do the flow classes some more. And that's when I was starting to feel a bit better. Now I love to do Ashtanga. I just got back actually from an Ashtanga class, which is a set series of poses. There's a couple different styles of yoga, but regardless, when you have IC, maybe some good styles of yoga are yin, restorative yoga, gentle flow yoga, or hatha. So those are a couple that are good, and you can kind of see how your body's feeling with it. And then when you're actually starting to feel better, then you can maybe add in, different types of workouts. But what's really important is to get a lot of rest while you're healing, because that is how your body heals. you need to get lots of sleep at night. And I know for some of you, you're not sleeping a lot, and it's difficult because you're going to the bathroom all the time, and maybe you're just in a lot of pain, and that's preventing you from sleeping. But some other types of exercise that you can initially start off with is just some light walking. You could try, there's like Pilates. I actually haven't tried that myself, but just trying to find more gentle types of workouts. Maybe just dancing in your room a little bit if that makes you feel good, and like getting the body moving because you do want to move the lymph system and get everything flowing in your body. But at the same time, you don't want to do anything that's going to be overly exerting yourself and giving you lots of acid buildup in the body and time for your body needs to repair and heal itself when it's already working on a lot of other important things that are going on in your body that are imbalanced. So I just wanted to kind of make a video on that to shed some light on it, because as great as exercise is, a big thing I've learned from this whole process is getting enough rest, and that being a really critical part of my healing journey is just, stopping and sitting down, watching a movie or something like that, even on days when I'd rather be, doing chores or getting stuff done. You need to honor what your body is telling you and take a break when you need it. So, but I just wanted to also give you guys examples of stuff that you could do to get your body moving in a more gentle way. So another thing that I forgot to mention is swimming might be a good idea for some people. If you're not too chemical sensitive, because I know some people have an issue with chlorinated water and allergies with that. But yeah, so swimming, yoga, light walking, and so like yin restorative yoga, hatha yoga, and just gentle flow to start off with, and see how your body reacts from there. And moving forward, you can, hopefully get back to a place where you can work out more if that's what you're really into. And I know for myself, I was able to this summer run again and do weights and stuff like that, and it not really hinder my healing journey too much. I'm still in a really good place, or getting a lot better than I was, but I do focus more on yoga as part of my workout routines versus other types of exercise at the moment. So I hope this helps anyone who might be confused about what they can do for exercise, and maybe stuff that's going on in their body and they're not understanding why exercise might be hurting them, and how you can still get movement in even if you're not feeling well. So I hope you guys all have a great day, and I'll talk to you again. Have a good night.